Hi my loves, welcome back to our channel. Welcome if you guys are new. I would say twice a year, every year, I have to reorganize my bookshelves because I usually acquire more books. They just get really disorganized as I'm pulling books off, recommending them to you guys, putting them back on, everything like that. It just gets a lot, gets really unorganized. I did this about halfway through the year, so it has come to that time where we are in desperate need of a reorganization. From afar, I feel like it doesn't look that bad, but there are books piled up in every single little corner possible. And then I have more books over there just on the ground lying over there, and then I've also got another bookshelf over there, but that bookshelf over there is more of like our classics and my boyfriend's books, so we've got a bit of everything on that bookshelf. That bookshelf is pretty good, and I don't have heaps to add to that because, like, as I said, it's classics and my boyfriend's books, but we have so many fantasy books to add to my bookshelves. I haven't really thought out of that much of a plan. I just know that it is pouring rain outside. You might be able to hear it. It might be nice ambience for you. It is pouring rain outside, therefore perfect time, I thought, to reorganize the bookshelves. At the moment, we have romance, and then the bottom shelf is like everything. It's like thrillers and a little bit of fantasy, and then this is an entire fantasy bookshelf. I'm thinking I can put my thrillers somewhere else because my thrillers are very little. They don't take up too much space, so I'm thinking I could put them maybe on the classics bookshelf. I'm not entirely sure. We can figure that out as we go. First course of business though is always taking every single book off the shelves. This is like a workout. I have to mentally prepare myself because it is always like a workout. Physically, I mentally prepare myself, if I'm gonna be honest. But yeah, let's get started by taking all the books off the bookshelves, cleaning the bookshelves, and then we'll see where we go from there. We'll start to like organize. The one thing I will say is I think I'm gonna leave my Throne of Glass series up here, which is up like the very, very top. I can always change it later, but I feel like I'm not gonna put them anywhere else. They kind of are just chilling up the top for now. One shelf is done, more to go. I'm actually running out of room on the ground. Okay, this is what we're working with at the moment. They obviously all off the shelves, which is great. I am so overwhelmed right now. This is so many books. What I'm thinking is originally this whole shelf was fantasy and this was like romance with a bit of everything. Thing is, I film all my videos here and I film my podcast here, so I want the like middle shelves to be really, really cute and aesthetic and everything. So I'm kind of thinking I do more fantasies and maybe my special edition fantasies or just my favorite fantasies. I just feel like these are bigger shelves and they need more room. And then maybe over here we'll do my romances, and then we'll probably find another spot for my thrillers. I think we're just gonna do fantasy and romance on these shelves. We'll see what we can do with thrillers. Kind of tried to stack them in piles, so like fantasy piles, romance piles, although a lot of this is fantasy. I think we'll get started with the top shelf and work our way down. I will say, because I am renting, I can't like nail these bookshelves to the wall, so they are a little bit unsteady. So with that in mind, I do put all my heavier books down the bottom and then like my lighter kind of books up the top, or more the display books up the top that aren't as heavy. So we will have to keep that in mind as we're going. First though, we are just going to clean all the shelves down because this is like the most satisfying part for me. If you haven't cleaned down your shelves, take this the sign to do so, but it's always like crazy how much dust builds up. Okay, that is done. Maybe actually we'll start with the middle shelves and then we can work our way up. I have these special editions of Lord of the Rings. If you know me, you know those editions because I don't shut up about them. I think we're gonna put them over here because I think they'll look cute. Oh my God, they're so heavy. First books are on the bookshelf. From here, let's put my other copies of Lord of the Rings because of course I have more. And then I feel like we should keep this high fantasy. We're not gonna put Brandon Sanderson. He's gonna go like down here or something because he has so many books and they're all so heavy. But I think let's keep it like high fantasy favorites. I feel like they're the good kind of books, so maybe like the Raven Scholar. We could even put like Project Hail Mary. I know that's sci-fi, but oh, we can do Will of the Many. Actually, no, I know what we're gonna do. We're gonna do the Ember and the Ashes Quartet just because I feel like the vibes are there. Like these are some of the prettiest books I own. That's not even funny. Let's put them there. As soon as books have like good spines, I'm just such a sucker for them. We can always like pile these a little bit more as well. This is so overwhelming. I just don't know where to start. Like I can't see all my books very well, so I'm trying to see where they are. Okay, I'm just gonna get some high fantasy favorites and put them up here. cardigan had to come off. We were getting too warm. But I think this is our first shelf done for now. Like, look, I say done for now because I know myself and I know I'll probably go back in and change it. But at the moment we have the Hierarchy series, Sabriel, Tower of Obsidian, then the Ember Quartet, all my Lord of the Rings, and then just some high fantasy like Name of the Wind, Shadow of the Gods, and like Blood over Brighthaven, everything like that. So I like that at the moment. We'll keep it like that. Let's do this next shelf. I think we're gonna do, maybe we'll do Brandon Sanderson there. Maybe we'll just do like romantasy here. Some romantasy reads. I've got my romantasy pile right here. So we'll do like When the Moon Hatch. Can definitely do my Mirror Visitor series, although that is more YA. Maybe we'll try and save that for YA. This is gonna be more like adult romantasy, I think. Maybe like Alchemized. Okay, I think that's definitely a good start. We've got quite a bit of romantasy there, but let's do some just fantasy that kind of goes with this vibe. So we've got the Darker Shade of Magic trilogy, Invisible Life of Addie LaRue up there because obviously same author. Silvercloak, just because I feel like that matches the vibe. Can stack a few here. Maybe our Rachel Gillig, One Dark Window, because we've got our Night in the Moth arc there, which is the same. Okay, I'm liking that. I'm gonna push them back a little bit for a bit of stabilizing. I like that though. That looks really cute. Now we do have Alchemized, but this is like one hefty book. Maybe it can go here, or maybe it will go like more here because it's just such like a moody kind of book. See, this is what I mean. I will change this like a million times. I just take like so much pride in how my bookshelves look. It has to be like, it has to be good. These two shelves are done. I will top this up a little bit more because we are like going to the max today. I think let's bring some more YA fantasy over to this shelf and then we'll do Brandon on this shelf. This is a little bit easier because I'm starting to get to know where everything is. This is the Mirror Visitor series and I always get so many questions on why I only have the first 3 in the series and not the last one. Purely because I read these when I was younger. I just got the 4th one from the library. I loved the books. Like having them on my shelf wasn't my main priority. I just wanted to read them. Maybe while we're at it, I want to do like my Grishaverse up here because I think that'll be really cool, and maybe some more like special editions. So if we find them along the way, we can pop them up there. I think this though can just be a bunch of like YA fantasy books, which I mean, we have so many of. Not necessarily like favorite authors, just kind of what we have to go with. I do have this special edition of Lilac. I feel like that can go at the top maybe. I have the Lilac series as well, which can go there. I'm just kind of trying to like color code this a little bit to make it look like kind of cute. I also have my Midorian Chronicles. We'll probably put them up here. I honestly love going through my books because it makes me realize like what genre I have the most of. Oh, we could always do like my Stephanie Garber. We'll do that as well. So I do have my hardback Caravels, which I feel like for a lot of people would just be pretty basic. But for me, these are the US editions and they're not that easy to find in Australia. I'd always put them like that maybe. It's gonna do Alchemy of Secrets there because it goes really well. And then Once Upon a Broken Heart series, which is like, of course, one of my favorites ever. That looks cute, I think. Does that look cute? I think it looks okay for now. From here, we can just start going crazy, you know? I keep seeing books and then they just disappear. Where is the Rose Bargain? I just had it. It's right here, guys, don't worry. Okay, let's do my Brandon Sanderson shelf as well while we're here. I feel like something that really annoyed me in my last bookcase setup was the fact that we have the Throne of Glass series up here, then we had romances, and I was like, that's not sitting right in my mind. I don't really order my bookshelf like alphabetically, by color, anything like that. I literally order just by genre, but when that genre isn't working, it annoys me. For that reason, I think we're gonna do more YA up here, like probably the Grishaverse, some of my favorites. Then we'll probably do like 2 shelves of romance up here. It can be the little romance shelves and then the rest can be fantasy, if that makes sense. Hopefully that'll fit enough, but I mean, we can always do one down the bottom because that doesn't annoy me too much. Probably will do my special editions up here as well. I'm very aware the Grishaverse isn't everyone's favorite series in the world, but for some reason it just holds such a special place in my heart. Like especially the Six of Crows duology, which by the way, guys, I'll show you in a second. My Six of Crows is so battered, it's not even funny. I feel so sorry for it. So we have the little box set of Shadow and Bone. This is my Six of Crows. It's all peeling. It's just, it's gone through a lot. It's really old, like, you know, got to give it benefit of the doubt. Then we've got Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom, and then King of Scars, except the only thing I don't love is that that's bigger, but like, I think we're just gonna have to deal with that. My Lightlock special edition gone. My other thing that I'm struggling is, where do I put my Akane series? I kind of wanted to put them up here, but then like, I can't have too much up here because it has to be quite light up here. Nope, they're way too heavy. Never mind, I don't think we can. Also, because I have like so many Lynette Noni books, I want to have her all bunched together as an author. We can probably do Divine Rivals and my Rebecca Ross books though. I'm trying to find any other like YA fantasies that hold a special place in my heart, but I think they've all been put over here. So, okay, we're just gonna let it go for now. We're just gonna leave it like that. Let's do the romance, because I feel like once we've got romance out of the way, then we can like just focus on fantasy. As usual, we'll put our special editions up the top. I think maybe we'll like fan them out a bit. It will take up more room, but I think it'll look cooler and like also be lighter. Do we have room for that? I don't know. We've just done the Magnolia Park series and my Emily Henry. I'm kind of sad about them because like they were my favorite series of all time, and I love to separate the art from the artist, but it does get to a point sometimes, so I'm a little bit conflicted about them. Anyway, let's do one of my absolute favorite series, the Boys of Tommen series. Let's do them on this shelf. And then I think we're gonna put my Ali Hazelwoods, Abby Jimenez as well, just because we love Miss Abby. I just realized I forgot Taylor Jenkins Reid. I need to redo some. We're making room up here. These are just gonna have to have the pretty spine showing. Okay, did this shelf turn out exactly like I wanted? No. And I changed that one again. But like, look, I just need as much space as possible. I need to squish everything in. So we basically just put the special editions like that. They're pretty covers, but like, gotta do what you gotta do. A lot of my favorite authors. So like Abby Jimenez, a bunch of Emily Henry, of course. The thing that's annoying me the most about this is that it's all the Boys of Tommen and then that on the side. But like, and then we have all my Ali Hazelwood and my Taylor Jenkins Reid. The reason it is annoying me is that I have so much more romance. I think what we're gonna do is we'll do fantasy down here and then maybe romance on the other shelf. See if that works. Okay, like go back to 1 minute ago when I said that I was gonna do romance here, and then I started putting my entire YA fantasy here. What am I doing, guys? Shall I move it to here? I'm gonna ask Austin's opinion. Oz, what do I do? Because I've got romance, but then would it look weird if it's romance, romance, fantasy, fantasy, romance, romance? Or look better if it's fantasy, 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 romance, 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 fantasy, 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 fantasy. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah, so move fantasy to here. Okay, I think that's cute. We're like on the ground now, by the way. Down here, we're just gonna basically do, you can see like how disheveled my braid is. That's how like disheveled I am. We're just gonna go with the braids timeline. Let's do the bottom shelf now, which is just gonna be kind of all my other fantasies, I think. Guys, I have so many more books. How are we fitting this all in? Like, I genuinely do not know. Literally stacked to the absolute max. We've made it to our last two shelves. So I have pretty much gotten all my fantasy. There are a few spaces, which really surprises me. I do have a little TBR kind of pile over there, so that's great. I can put them there when I'm finished. Guys, I have so many more romances than I thought. A lot of these are romance series, so we're just like gonna do our best. And then we have some contemporary fiction as well. And then maybe if we can fit some thriller on the bottom, that'll be a great bonus. The good thing about these is I feel like we can stack them all pretty easily. So I'm gonna stack these two first because they're such like big books. They can kind of be the base, they can hold it up. Let's do the, what is this called? The Knockmount series. I actually didn't mind this series, you know. I know a lot of people don't like it, but I didn't mind it. I'm missing an icebreaker book. There we go. Just because I feel like they all look really cute together. Like they're all very similar colors. That's the good thing about romance books. There's kind of no wrong way you can stack them. Let's do another stack over here as well, and then we'll kind of fill in the gaps in between. Maybe this can be like our Elsie Silver stack. I only have the first 3 in the Chestnut Spring series physically, and then somewhere I have the Wild Love series. The first 2 in the Wild Love, or what is this series? Rose Hill series. Again, they all go together very well. Let's do the Striker and the Defender as well. Not loving that clash, but whatever. Orange and blue just do not go together. Okay, this one's actually really annoying me because I feel like it's not aesthetically pleasing at all. Maybe I'll try and like move the order around a little bit. We have 1 or 2 more romance books to go down the bottom, but not as many as I thought. So we can definitely put more thrillers. I am actually unhauling books as I go, just because it's been a bit overdue, and I feel like it's very important to unhaul books and give them to a better home if you're not going to be reading them immediately. We can put our last 3 romances. Let's put them over here, shall we? They're all pink, which is cute. Oh, this is not a romance actually. Maybe this can go on the shelf over there. That is a non-fiction. section. Let's put our thrillers, shall we? So we have the Stalking Jack the Ripper series. Really liked this series. It's a YA series, and I just feel like it was really fun if you like kind of historical fun settings or true crime. They're all basically based off different crime. Let's put my Holly Jackson. So we have Not Quite Dead and The Disappearance of Rachel Price, or Reappearance of Rachel Price. Let's put that down. We'll do a little stack here. I've just got a few other random thrillers, so we can just stack them up. My Agatha Christie. I am such an Agatha Christie stan. Like, I love her books so much. I feel like thrillers are just really unaesthetic to me because they're so like bland. Okay guys, we're doing a lot better than I thought. I do want to reorganize this though. I'll probably rejig that a bit. Oh, I forgot this one there as well. We've got to rejig that. I have a few like big thrillers we can just put there. I have this weird relationship with thrillers where like I actually really like them, but I just don't read them that much, or when I do read them, I sometimes weirdly like rate them lower, which I don't know why I do that, to be honest. Okay, I feel like that's pretty good. Let's see what we're looking. I might rejig this a bit though. I feel like we've made really good progress. We aren't done yet. We still need to decorate, but this is what we're looking like. I'll give you a proper overview soon. I'm honestly really liking it. I literally got dust mites because some of those books I haven't touched in a long time, and that's so bad of me. So that's your sign to unhaul. But I'm very happy with how it turned out. This is a little bit interesting at the moment, but I'm kind of just leaving it because, as I said, I do have a few books I want to add to this shelf once I've read them. So I think it'll work fine. Unlike a lot of people, I don't actually have a TBR cart. Maybe that's something I need at New Year. I'm not really sure. Most of these I have read, but there are about like, I'd say 20 or so that I haven't read. Okay, let's get to decorating. First thing is my candles. I think we'll place the little one up here on top of our books. Got a big one. I reckon maybe in the corner. Maybe this one can go down here. They don't like add a lot. It's just at night. They look cute. Our little Greek crown can go, okay, I'm gonna put it Will of the Many because I feel like that is really, like it works. Let's put it on Will of the Many. I literally put all my decorations in a bowl earlier so that I could put them back on without losing them. I'm not gonna lie, some of these are like so unnecessary, but I am just such a decor girl. I love decorating. We have my little 3D printed dragon. It's gotta go with fancy. So maybe let's put him on top of Lord of the Rings. My little Harry Potter can go up here. I got him in like Tokyo. I do have little Smiskies that kind of scatter amongst the shelves. Put one over here because like he goes with the green. That one's playing a guitar. This one is reading. I like matching them to the colors of the books. Okay, we have my little fairies. Like guys, I'm aware this is really nerdy. We have our little fairies. They can go, of course, on fantasy as well. Maybe they can go near Brandon Sanderson. They can be like our little Spren. I don't know what Spren is supposed to look like, but I kind of imagine them like this, like little tiny little fairies. Sorry, I'm shaking. It's been a bit, guys. It's been a bit of an effort. Our little sleeping Spren. Guys, I love Spren. I think they're one of the best inventions of Brandon Sanderson's worlds, if I'm going to be completely honest. I have a Sony. The Sony can go romance books. And ta-da! We officially have done a bookcase. That's so exciting, guys. I love it. I love it. I love it. I am so tired. Like, I am so tired. Why is it such a draining task to reorganize your bookshelves? Will this change? Yeah, probably. But like for now, I'm happy with it. We'll add some little plants later. I'm happy with how it turned out. So let's do a little overview, shall we? Starting at the top, we of course have our Throne of Glass / Sarah J Maas situation. We've just left them as they are. Down here is a YA shelf with a lot of favorites. We have my Rebecca Ross. We have a new series that I'd love to start soon, the Greenbone Saga, Olivia Blake, and then of course my Grishaverse with a few other little YA fantasies thrown in there. Moving down here, we have the Hierarchy series along with the Ember Quartet, Sabriel, my Lord of the Rings Shrine, and a few other high fantasies tossed in there as well. Down here we have my V. Schwab, my Rachel Gillig, along with a bunch of other romances. I'm not going to name them all, with the Raven Scholar thrown in there. That's not a romancy, by the way. The rest are though. I think this shelf is really cohesive. This is probably one of my favorite shelves, to be honest. Coming down here, we have our entire romance section. So we have like some Lauren Asher, the Knockmount series, a few contemporary fictions thrown in there as well, like the Favorites and Blue Sisters. Down the bottom is nice and simple. We've just got the last few romances and then pretty much all thrillers and YA mysteries. The Stalking Jack the Ripper series, and yeah, you can see all the mysteries down there. Pretty simple. Coming up here, we have my Magnolia Parks series, then some favorites, Abby Jimenez, Emily Henry, the OGs. Down here we have my God Tier series. So we have Boys of Tomlin, my special edition Ali Hazelwood, along with Taylor Jenkins Reid. So like my favorite authors. All this is like YA fantasy. We have the Mirror Visitor series, a whole Stephanie Garber stack, the Lightlark series, and then just some other YA series. Further down here we have entire Brandon Sanderson. With these were going to be high fantasy. They kind of just went together. So like we have Direbound, Swordcatcher, Feybound, Catabasis, like a whole bunch of things. Second last shelf, we have all of my Lynette Noni books. along with just some other YA books that I thought went there pretty well. They fit nice. And then down the bottom is a whole bunch of different fantasy, the Fourth Wing series, Lady of Darkness series, basically anything I couldn't fit on my other shelves. But yeah, that is our newly reorganized bookshelves. I am so happy that is done, but like very happy with the turnout. It was totally worth it. A really nice reset before we go into the new year as well. So thank you so much for watching today's video, my loves. I hope you enjoyed. I hope it was a fun video to watch. I know I'm a little bit chaotic when I reorganize stuff, but like it's just how my brain works. We just go with it at this point. I'm sure you guys are used to it. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I love you all so much. If you've been watching Bookmas, I hope you guys have been enjoying. I've been having the best time filming it. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video.